Good afternoon, everybody. How are we all doing today? I'm doing pretty well. Not perfect, but pretty well. I'm very excited to be starting a new series today. Um, correct, Chen. Um, before we get going, so um, yes, Juice, early stream for two reasons, which I'll explain in a moment. But those of you who were here about a minute ago, when I was playing some starting music, the most recent song I played was from Hyperlight Drifter. And every time I play that song, Veganta, can you hit that? Um, I think you're my only mod at the moment. Um, every time I listen to that track, or to anything from Hyperlight Drifter, I just want to play Hyperlight Drifter again. Uh, Thanks, Jen. I'll check that out. Looks like Magenta may have vanished into the ether. So I guess that bot doesn't get banned. Magenta, can you just kill RQ QWERTY 1597? Ideally, actually kill them, but if you can only ban them, that's ideal. Hey, thank you. But yes, so I am. Chan apparently does not have permissions to see any of the messages on my Discord server. That's because I made my Discord server not long ago. I will fix that. Thank you for pointing that out, Chen. That's not a problem, Veganta. Anyway, so we're going to be starting The Dig today. The Dig is one of my favorite just video games. Never mind point and clicks. But let me explain why I am starting early. Reason number one. I am making pulled pork in the slow cooker at the moment, and I want to make sure I finish in plenty of time to get the pork out without like wrecking it or anything. That's reason number one. Reason number two is that when I'm streaming, I can close my bedroom door, and it helps keep out most of the insanely good smell. Because boy, does my apartment smell tasty at the moment. Yes, I am happy to admit that as a pig, I eat pork. It's just one of my things. Anyway, we're going to get into this. As I said, I'm very excited. This, by the way, is the ScummVM screen. ScummVM is how a lot of these old adventure games are made to run so accurately on modern machines. But let's get into it. I just want to quickly explain a couple of things about the dig. The dig is kind of divisive. People who like it, like me, tend to like it a lot. People who don't, Cahill? Cahill, I might actually take away your sword. People who don't like it have lots of reasons. However, as I said, I like it. Interesting fact about The Dig, it was never actually intended to be a game. It was originally proposed as a film, which you'll see from the fact that it is in many ways much more cinematic than the adventure games we've played so far. Adventure games tend to be heavily story-driven. Cahill has fallen to the dark side. Adventure games tend to be heavily story-driven, which is natural, but they tend not to be heavily cinematic. This is much more cinematic. It was originally going to be produced by Steven Spielberg, but he was concerned that the special effects at the time would not do justice to the story they wanted to tell. So instead, they chose to make it as a game, which we are about to see. I'm going to keep quiet while we start because it has I think, a very good opening cutscene. correct, Cahill.
Of course I miss you, darling. This is the loneliest place on Earth. Most exciting thing ever happens here is the day when it don't rain. Excuse me, darling, I got some work to do.
The right choose?
What the heck is that? Get on in here, Pete. We got us a big old asteroid on a 3-week collision course with Earth.
So, yeah. Earth is screwed. They made aliens. It is an asteroid, Cahill.
The asteroid has been named Attila, after the war leader of the Huns, who devastated Europe just before the fall of the Roman Empire. Attila was first spotted in a tracking station in Borneo. According to NASA sources, the probability of impact with Earth is 99%.
5, 4, ignition, 2, 1.
The shuttle is up and away. This is not a mission the shuttle was designed for, but as Mission Commander Boston Lowe said in the press conference last night,
if the shuttle is the last hope of the human race, then it'll have to do the job, won't it? Wait a minute, folks. Let me introduce the landing team. Ludger Brink is a noted geologist. He'll evaluate our data on placement of the nuclear devices.
So yeah, it's Armageddon.
We have to be accurate. The idea isn't to blow Attila to bits. If we did, some of the pieces would certainly hit Earth with devastating effect.
And now I hardly have to introduce Maggie Robbins to you. She's probably the most well-known journalist in the world.
Maggie, you're famous for having once said that you never put up with censorship in any form. Now you're under NASA command.
Miss Robbins is a reporter by vocation, but on this mission she's...
I think I can answer the question myself, Commander Lowe. Danny, I trained for this mission, and I have work to do in laying the nuclear charges. When I come home, I'll be a reporter and tell you all about it. But during the mission, I'm part of the team, and I will obey Commander Lowe like any good soldier.
That may be the biggest news story of all. Maggie Robbins obeys orders.
In going over your
It's a
bios,
great intro.
I find that Professor Brink is also a noted archaeologist, while it's well known that Maggie is a prodigy at learning new languages. Is this just coincidence?
Not at all. We wanted the best and the brightest for this mission. Dr. Brink and Ms. Robbins are not narrow specialists. They are resourceful, widely educated, and creative thinkers.
Does that apply to you too, Commander Lowe?
My job is to keep everybody alive. I don't have to be brilliant. I just have to be careful. The other 2 crew members will remain with the shuttle. Ken Borden is the most experienced shuttle pilot we have. Cora Miles is our payload specialist. As you all know, she's a candidate for Congress, but we figured saving the planet is more important than campaigning.
It's cheaper, too.
I mean,
Any
probably
parting message for the
legit
people
is.
of Earth?
We have exactly 1 chance, and we've got to do it right. Let all your prayers be with us.
Music by Michael Land. Boy knows how to make his music. Dialogue by Orson Scott Card, who wrote Ender's Game. Of course, Chen. That is the only run. True pacifism. No, No, don't explode the asteroid. Just give up. Just go home and let the asteroid hit Earth. Fuck Earth.
Low here. Come on out, kids. The water's fine.
Robin's here. Going independent.
Welcome to the wonderful world of space. Don't bump into anything.
I'll be careful, Commander.
Brink here, going independent.
Correct, Cahill. Fair point, Chen.
Howdy, Brink. Welcome to the place where geology and astronomy meet.
A professor once told me, astronomers are geologists with clean hands and a squint.
You going to quote him on that in some magazine, Robbins?
I'm just part of the landing team right now, Commander Lowe.
Chen, why? Ham, Porky Pig, and Piglet. I feel like Piglet honey roasted would be really good, so I'll kill Piglet. Porky Pig is a good one-night stand, and I feel like Ham's pretty rich, so I'll marry Ham just for the money. I also noticed I'm missing something on my screen. I feel bad for doing this. I still feel guilty about it, but there we go. I still feel bad for doing that. I'm sorry, Cahill. Would you rather I fucked Piglet? Yeah, we made an agreement, which is why I put it up there. Okay, so here we are. We can.
Robbins, come in, Robbins.
We can talk to our various characters.
Getting anything juicy for your first article?
I'm not writing my article right now, Commander Lowe.
Yeah, he's freaking sweet. When he's honey basted. Kill Porky, marry Piglet, fuck Ham. No, marry Ham for the money, buddy.
Have you looked up at the Earth yet, Robbins?
Oh, is that big blue thing the Earth?
What do you think of our archaeologist, Brink?
I'm very impressed with his experience. He headed the U.S. Geological Survey team that mapped the surface of Venus.
He'll be taking a close look at the asteroid to make certain the detonation points they've chosen are suitable.
So, I want to cut off everything before anybody gets crazy. The German is not the villain. How weird is that?
See that big tool chest? We call it the Pig.
I've logged 100
The
hours
Pig?
working with every tool in the Pig, Commander Lowe.
Everything okay with the Pig?
As far as I can see, Commander.
Low out.
Yeah, you can speak to your various characters. I'm not going to.
This is Low. Do you read?
I'm not going to expand every
What is it?
every conversation option with every character, but I do want to get an idea of their personalities.
Are you getting a good look at the asteroid, Brink?
I have hardly looked at anything else, Commander.
I mean, of course.
Happy to set foot on a new world, Brink?
Attila is a very old world, Commander. It is merely new to us.
Ooh, nice answer.
What do you think of our star reporter?
Very unorthodox, bringing a reporter on a space mission. But she is very capable, and she writes interesting stories.
Everything okay with the Pig?
Everything's fine as far as I can see, Commander. Miles can tell you more than I can.
Low out.
So, we also have an inventory with a couple of useful items so we can look at things. We've got an arming key, we've got a flashlight, but most importantly at the moment, we have the Pen Ultimate, which is basically just a PDA. Yo, Zach, it is going well. We can speak to them through this instead of clicking on them, and we can also speak to the pilot and the payload operator.
Come in, board.
I'm here, boss.
Yes, space phone.
Are we in position, Ken?
Attila's given us less gravity than I expected, but the attitude jets are compensating.
You're saying Attila is less massive than we expected?
Hey, maybe Attila's nothing but a big old bubble. How do we know what's inside an asteroid?
Good question. Maybe we'll find out.
Let me know if you notice something that would change our mission parameters.
Sure thing, boss. Right now, Attila's sleeping like a baby.
As you would expect for a rock.
You ready for us to part company, Ken?
Everything's in position, boss.
Any problem with us taking the pig now, Ken?
Just tell Miles and you can take the little squealer to market.
Wow, racist.
Low out.
Cockpit out.
Load a payload, over.
Yeah, Boston, I'm on you.
Fair, Cahill.
In your dreams.
How's the congressional campaign going without you?
Well, my opponent is demanding equal time and space.
With
Whoa.
or without a suit?
Just don't screw up the mission, Boston, and I'll be in Congress next January.
I cannot imagine who just donated $20. It sure as heck wasn't Chen. Amazing. Just who could it have been? Well, not Chen. Thank you so much for the $20. What a mystery this will remain.
We're ready when you are, Cora.
Just give the word, Boston, and you got yourself a pig.
Again, rude. Possibly racist.
Ready for the deployment of the free fall tool chest.
Is the crew clear of the area?
Crew is clear. Proceed.
So one little thing I appreciate. With the spacesuits, it's hard to visually distinguish the characters. So Lo, the main character, has two gold bands on his right leg. Maggie has one gold band on her right leg, and Brink has a gold band on either leg. There's just a little easy way to distinguish them, even when you can't really see much of them.
Everything fine with the pig, Cora?
Looking sweet, Boston. You just be good to my baby.
So you can see a couple of things here, like the design of the spaceship, the tool chest, that whole sequence there. They were very much going for more of a 2001 feel of much more realistic space equipment. So if you look at something, if you look at more sci-fi stuff, it wouldn't have had a sequence like that. This was trying to be very grounded, which I appreciate. I will add my donation link underneath my stream, but I have a donate, and I've also added donate to my to the commands that MooBot calls automatically. So hopefully it will be fairly clear, but yes, I will add it underneath my stream. Look, I added the donation link yesterday. I'm still weirded out about asking people for money.
Load a landing team. I'm taking the pig down to the surface. Follow me.
You be good to my baby, Boston, you hear me?
We'll be back soon, Cora. Try not to miss me too much. Blow out.
Also, Chen, why do you care? The only person who donated is not Chen. As well as a mystery person yesterday. We've had all mystery people so far. Okay. Let's see what the pig has to offer. Ooh. I will show you in a moment. Juice. Let's take the shovel, the 0G digger, and our 2 nukes. Always expected nukes to be bigger, but frankly these are not meant to be big nukes. So we're controlling Boston Low. He has the two gold bands on his leg. Brink, our geologist, has a gold band on either leg. Maggie, the reporter, has a gold band only on one leg. That will become... all of that will become much clearer a little bit later. So let us head to space. Atom's very small. For a long time it was thought atom's smallest. So there's quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Let's visit quadrant 2. Smooching the asteroid is a good idea, Chan. Anyway, let's ask Brink where we should place these.
I read you.
Because there are specific locations to place them, and he, as the geologist, probably knows best.
Explosive charges haven't been bumped or anything, have they, Brink?
Alpha charge and beta charge are both doing fine, Commander.
Have you noticed anything unusual?
No one has ever been this close to an asteroid before, Commander. I cannot possibly know what is usual or unusual. Cahill's Commerce, donating $5. I don't know if that's just a misspelling of Cahill, but he's probably another mystery person. Maybe someone masquerading as Cahill. Saying, 5 is what I can do for now, hecking take it. Thank you very much, Cahill's Commerce. I thoroughly appreciate it. I appreciate any amount. I don't want, people don't need to donate to me.
Is there anything that should make us reconsider the placement of the charges?
The original choice of quadrant seems adequate, Commander.
Blow out.
Okay. I can't actually remember how to find out which quadrants to use. I know, but I can't remember how to find out. So here's the target surface. Let's take a look at it.
It's where explosive alpha should be placed.
Hey, there we go. But if you try to place explosive alpha,
the ground's too rough to attach the charge.
So unfortunately it cannot be attached at present. Fortunately our 0G digger will sort that out toot sweet.
Let's see if we can clear up old Attila's complexion. Nice and smooth now.
Cool.
Shuttle, this is Low. We're placing the explosive in quadrant 2.
Acknowledged.
Could you give me a hand with this, Brink?
I'll be right there, Commander Low.
Juice, keep in mind how relatively slow things are in space. Something moving incredibly quickly is still moving very slowly compared to Earth.
Ken, the charge is set.
Instruments confirmed. Hey, I'm just so proud of you boys.
And yeah, because of gravity, I mean, Earth is careening through space at an absurd speed. But sitting in my chair, it doesn't feel like it. Because gravity does weird things. Once you're moving at the same speed as something, you only feel acceleration. You don't feel speed. So that's pretty much what's happening here. And now let us arm this charge.
Look at the pretty red light, boys and girls.
Ooh.
I'd say this charge is armed.
Let's head back out to space. Space is very confusing. Juice, have you ever played Kerbal Space Program or anything similar? Because I did not. I thought I understood orbits before that. I did not. I've since discovered how orbits work, and they is confusing. Quadrant 4, there is nothing of interest, which I knew. I just wanted to check it out. I don't know much about Outer Wilds, except that it came out at basically the same time as Outer Worlds and deeply confused me. Okay, so Cahill, I know that's self-deprecating, because you have played it, but also I really want to play it. Okay, and unfortunately the target surface in Quadrant 3 has a big old rock in the way.
There's a big rock right where I need to plant the nuke.
Pretty sure a shovel will solve this.
Again, I'm jamming the shovel in under the boulder, then using maximum down thrust to pry it up. Does that sound workable?
Well, I'm a little short on data about the tensile strength of shovel handles in 0G under maximum thrust conditions. In other words, who knows? Might work.
Boss, be careful. If the handle breaks, maximum down thrust will smash you right into Attila. You know the saying, whether the stone hits the glass or the glass hits the stone, it ain't gonna hurt the stone.
Thanks,
for the
Ken.
encouragement, Ken. Frank, if this actually works, the boulder's going to come flying straight at you. Better fly clear. Thanks for the warning.
Hey, it worked.
Looks like it worked.
Now, aren't you glad I made sure the tool chest had a shovel in it? My rule is, if you can pick it up, take it with you, because you never know when you might need it.
I have the same rule, Cora, but I thought it only applied to women in bars. If you can pick her up.
Ooh, casual misogyny.
Careful, Ken. You don't want to find yourself getting quoted as a sexist pig in Maggie's article.
I'm not here to spy on you.
Lighten up, Robbins. They're just teasing you. If they thought you were really a spy, they'd never talk freely on the open frequency.
Yes, Cahill? You seem very excited all of a sudden. By the way, Maggie does come across as quite cold, especially early in the game, but she does cheer up. Honestly, Ken kind of deserves it. Oh, it's I'm used to pig being used as an insult. I'll live with it. Okay, let's put explosive unit Beta over
Shuttle,
here.
this is low. Now placing the explosive on the base of the asteroid in quadrant 3.
Acknowledged.
I need another hand here, Brink. Of course, Commander.
Honestly, no offense, but why is Maggie here? I mean, presumably so that she can write a story praising NASA.
This asteroid has a pair of landing lights now, kids. Stick a fork in us, we're done.
Who writes your material, Commander?
I get it all out of the newspapers, Robbins.
Ooh, burn. Yeah, let's just say moral support. She's there because Boston and Brink, they wanted some tit around. They were worried they would get horny
Let's
in
head
space.
back to the shuttle and watch Attila do the old fire dance.
Okay. And now I believe I just... Something I didn't mention before. There is also Lunar Lander, the terrible game. I don't even remember how to control it. Ah! And rip.
No way. I had that.
There is no point to this. It is purely a little bit of an extra thing in the game. But yeah, I've tried to beat it several times. In my several times playing this game, I have never beaten it.
Load a payload, over.
Miles here.
How's the pig doing?
Squealing its little heart out. You can tell Borden my baby's ready to monitor the explosions whenever you give him the order.
Cool.
How can they be so sure the surface won't be radioactive after the explosions?
Well, the theory is that without an atmosphere and with so little gravity, most of the radioactive material will be blasted off into space and almost none of it will settle in the safe quadrants.
But is the theory right?
Hey, you're the guy in the cute suit. You tell me when it's all over.
You'll know they were wrong if my coffin blows.
Don't worry, Boston. My baby's down there monitoring the surface. We'll know if it's safe before you go back.
Cool.
out.
That's not terrifying at all.
Borden, this is Low. Do you read?
I'm here, boss.
Both nukes are in place and armed. We've made pretty good time, I think.
Looks good, boss. Come on back inside for the fireworks.
Confirm everybody inside.
All in, Cora.
All clear payload.
All clear, landing team.
All clear, shuttle.
Confirm doors closed.
Doors closed.
And yeah, our Armageddon mission is progressing well.
The explosives armed. Houston gives us the go-ahead. Say when, boss.
Do it. Now let's see, is it the big green triangle or the little red circle?
Shut up and push, Ken. My baby's getting impatient.
Here we go. We have detonation, Alpha and Beta.
What are the instruments showing?
Nothing big coming our way.
What's the pig telling us, Cora?
Attila's still in one piece. There's a lot of seismic bounce, some fracturing. We're stable again. Radioactivity in Quadrant 1 is well within the safe range.
What does Houston say, Ken?
Everything's go for a surface walk at your option.
Then let's go, landing team. Let's see what Attila looks like after plastic surgery. Be careful, kids. Attila is more dangerous now than before we tamed him.
Those were certainly profound first words to speak on Earth's new moon.
I'm not making speeches, Robbins. I'm concerned about keeping everybody alive.
Commander, I can collect rock samples later. Right now, I would like to get below the surface down into that tunnel.
We're gonna do it eventually. We might as well do it now. You agree?
Yeah, this would go down in history, and rightly so.
I've called the pig. We'll send it on ahead to light the way.
Yep, Juice.
Remember, any rock
no need to destroy it.
Wall may collapse at any time.
They just wanted to change its momentum.
Cora, send down the pig, please. We'll need the light.
That's such a great shot. Ooh, New Moon should be the name of the next Animal Crossing game. You go to space. Juice, that would have to be in exactly the same orbit for any chance to collide.
Hard to determine how this tunnel was formed.
It wasn't created by the explosion.
No, it's very ancient. The explosions opened the door, but this tunnel... Old, but not as old as the asteroid.
What does that mean?
I don't know yet. It just feels unnatural.
Ooh.
There are some odd projections near the bottom of this tunnel that don't seem to belong here.
So yeah, Brink says something interesting there. This tunnel existed before we blasted it open. And the tunnel is, according to him, old, but not as old as the asteroid. Interesting. Yeah, Cahill, Moon is always a possibility. And there are these odd metallic plates.
Look at this, Brink. This can't be natural.
Definitely not. A metal plate. Definitely an artifact.
An artifact? But who could have put something like this in a tunnel?
Yes, I think it's clear. Wherever Attila came from, there was someone there.
Could this be part of some kind of message? Like the one NASA put in Voyager?
If it's a message, I don't understand it.
Whatever it is, we've got to tell Houston immediately.
Negative, Robbins. I'm clamping down total security as of this moment.
You've got to be kidding.
You've been telling me all along you just want to be an ordinary member of the mission. I've had secret orders all along to look for any sign of alien presence on this rock.
Ooh.
Now that we've found it, my instructions are clear. What I want to hear from both of you right now is, I understand, Commander Lowe.
I understand and agree, Commander Lowe. There is nothing to be gained from a premature announcement.
Robin.
I understand, Commander Lowe.
Ken. Ken, Lowe here.
I read you, boss.
Tell Houston that I said Attila's a real Hun.
What? Is that some kind of joke?
Just tell them, Gordon. You'll receive new communication protocols immediately afterward.
Oh, cool. This is like a secret code.
Yeah, it's getting all
Just
covert in
thank
here.
Cora. You're the only one in Congress who knows anything about this.
Houston says the message is received and they're transmitting new codes.
We're getting back to work down here, Ken. Low out. I'm giving this baby a little push.
If that doesn't work, Commander, give it a big push.
You're not wrong,
Plate
Cahill.
just dropped down inside something.
The plate is gone?
Ooh, there's an odd projection here.
I think you're right, Brink. The stone projection isn't natural.
Yes, but what is it doing here?
Let's see if we can clear it up.
I may be criticized for it later, but I'm gonna dig out one of these odd projections.
It's your decision, Commander.
Cool. And here's another metal plate.
I'm going to push another one.
I wish we could be sure we weren't destroying whatever message they meant us to receive.
It seems to me that if they didn't mean us to push these metal plates, we wouldn't be able to push them.
That's a very hopeful thought. Another odd projection over here.
It's another metal plate.
I wish there were some sort of inscription.
And yet there isn't.
Here's number 3.
If these are aliens, they're not into writing shit down, apparently. But now, the biggest and projectioniest of the odd projections.
We're 3 for 3 here, folks.
I've heard of putting a message in a bottle, but never in a big rock.
And that is a big old plate.
Here's the last one.
Well, we've done it. Whatever it is we did.
But this tunnel looks big enough to float, swim, whatever, down.
Well, here goes nothing.
We're with you, Commander.
Zach, why would you think that's a concerning noise? Yep, pretty sure that's natural.
So, the asteroid is hollow.
Time to update Houston. Load a shuttle. Static. Must be all this rock.
We're cut off. Should we go back outside and call them?
Nah, they can sit tight for a few more minutes while we poke around.
So, there's not much here. There's the tunnel. I've actually never tried to go back out. I actually didn't know you could do that. But the only thing of interest is this pedestal over here. I mean, I say the only thing of interest. The only thing of interest is a clearly artificial cavity inside the... And here are those metal plates. A triangle. A kite. And two... I think Juice has it right. Rhombus? Definitely not a parallelogram. It's a quadrilateral of some kind. And here is a square indentation. How very odd.
These plates probably fit together, but how?
And you've got to place each plate inside here. And this is, in fact, the message.
These plates probably fit together, but how?
2 trapezoid, that's the word. 2 trapezoids, a rhombus, and a triangle. Now, I just want everybody to be prepared, because a thing is about to happen.
What's happening?
Unmoving!
I mean, we got rid of the asteroid. So that happened.
I feel like someone turned me inside out twice.
It's a little difficult to move now.
That's because we've got gravity. Planet-type gravity. We're not inside the asteroid anymore. And the pressure is equalized. There's an atmosphere.
Can we breathe it?
Our suits are checking that automatically. Here we are. Yes, it's at least as breathable as the air in LA. Of course, there's always the danger of airborne infectious agents.
Topical.
I don't think so. Alien microbes should be no threat to us. They have not evolved to make use of our cell structures.
The oxygen in our suits won't last long anyway. I say we take them off and save the remaining oxygen for the return trip.
If there is a return trip.
The air tastes good.
Surprise, surprise. Attila was a spaceship all along.
A starship, faster than light. We're not in our own solar system. No planet but Earth has an atmosphere like this, and this ain't Earth.
After so many years of bad TV shows and crackpots with phony pictures, here is the real proof. There is alien life.
Load a cockpit, over. Load a payload, over. Yeah, I'd say we're out of range. Way out of range.
Yeah, probably.
I don't see any aliens coming to greet us.
For all we know, it might have been 1,000,000 years since these people sent out Attila, and they long since died out.
I don't know about you, but I didn't pack a lunch.
Or a can of pop.
Well, we might as well look around and learn what we can about this place. We might be here a while.
So, yeah, aliens. The asteroid was a spaceship, and here we are. There's not a lot around. There are some weird-looking plants.
With my luck, this is probably the alien equivalent of poison ivy. I don't think I'll touch it.
You know, that's fair. Spacesuits, not much we can do with them. I do love his when there's nothing to do. Oh. There's a raised platform over here.
I guess this isn't a natural geological formation, right, Brink?
Look how close the stones fit. Like ancient Peruvian masonry.
So it's primitive.
There was nothing primitive about ancient Peruvian masonry, Commander Lowe.
Cool. There's not much else on the starting screen, but fortunately, there is plenty to explore.
Where are you going, Lo?
I was gonna check for water. Or some way out of here.
I think we should remain together.
Fine. Follow me.
This is no longer a space expedition, Lo. This is an archaeological dig. Therefore, I am the obvious leader.
Fine.
Treason.
Whenever we need to dig something up, you can use the shovel. In the meantime, our first business is to survive. Our second task is to get home. We need to work together, and I'm still the commander of this mission.
Roll credits.
You don't know any more about surviving on an alien world than I do.
Boston is right, Ludger. He's the one with experience in survival, and we need someone in command. This is no time for a foolish power struggle.
All right, I agree. For now.
Brink, I said the German wasn't the villain. Can't you back me up for like 30 seconds? So there are a couple of potentially interesting places to visit.
Do you think we could climb this slope?
No use. It doesn't go up all the way to the top.
The engravings on this wall, are they writing or decoration?
You're asking us?
Cahill, you're saying that as if that is not exactly what would happen. Humans are dicks. Not much more to do here.
Brink. How are you doing, Brink?
You mean apart from being trapped on an alien planet with no idea of how to get back?
I mean, yeah.
This is a pretty desolate place.
Whoever once lived here, I think they are long since gone. So much dust. Undisturbed except by our own feet.
Thanks.
Cool, you're not helping, Brink. Yeah, not much to do there at the moment.
Not just plants, but creatures too. I'm not an archaeologist, but these look like bones to me.
But they are not lying where the animal died. They were placed here. Markers.
A grave?
Best guess.
And now a home for those rat-like things.
I don't know, they look like rat monkeys. I kind of like them. Well, first thing you do when you arrive on a new planet, this is in the guidebook. If you ever become the space adventurer, first thing you do when you arrive on a new planet is to defile any graves you find. That's how you show respect to the locals.
What? Are you just going to dig right in? With a shovel? You will destroy the site.
I'm not doing archaeology right now, Brink. I'm looking for something to help get us home.
Wait, who's Richard?
Your name will live forever. As the bone-headed space hero who destroyed precious data at the first alien archaeological site.
That's better than having my name live forever. As a commander of an expedition that disappeared and was never heard from again. Now get out of the way if you aren't gonna help, Brink.
Tension.
This might take a while.
I don't... Look, I'm old enough that... Like, I have...
What a fine
vines are
accomplishment,
finished.
Commander. Now we have a pile of meaningless dirt and bones.
Maybe not.
I never got
you
into
never know
vines.
when an alien bone will prove useful.
Okay. Let's grab a tusk. And I'm guessing put it in our pants.
This is light, but it feels as strong as steel.
Nice. And a jawbone.
What do you think? Was this the skull of a sentient being? Or a pet? Or a beast of burden?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's dead.
It's a strange shaped jawbone. The teeth still look strong.
Cool. Let's check the rest of the bones.
Whatever creature these bones used to be, I don't think we've got anything like it on Earth.
It'd be cool if we could see it alive again. That's not like some spoiler. I just think it would be cool. As the name suggests, the game is mostly kind of about the archaeological side of things.
Fantastic! Look!
But there's a spaceship.
More proof of alien life.
Do you think there's anyone or anything alive?
It seems someone had to have been here.
Let's hope they're peaceful. Or gone.
Yes, those are two good options. Let's head inside the unstable wreck. This definitely won't kill us.
Can you tell anything about what these people look like from the interior of their ship?
All this rust, corrosion. Perhaps animals have moved things around. Hard to know what we're looking at. Let me look. Try not to disturb anything.
I mean, good guesses, Cahill. I'm not going to say right or wrong.
Well, I don't see any treasure, but there is something in here. When we get back, the engineers are going to have a field day trying to figure out how this worked.
So yeah, I got a device.
Some kind of device. I have no clue what it might be for.
Self. Thank you for Pride Pig. The pig is very happy to share his pride with everybody else. Not a lot else here, except this hanging wire. This definitely won't go wrong.
We might need this wire later. I'm gonna see if I can pull it down.
First, shouldn't you turn the power off at the breaker box?
What?
That was a joke, Lo.
Oh, yeah. Ha. Huh. Stand back in case something comes down on our heads.
No one here can take a joke. God.
Look at it. It's beautiful.
What,
Changing
Juice?
shapes, mathematical progressions of ever more complex polyhedrons.
Next time I suggest pulling a wire.
No, I'm glad you did. What could that have been?
Not a random electrical discharge.
Maybe it's a kind of computer display. Maybe to the aliens who piloted this ship it conveyed some meaningful information. But to me, it means absolutely nothing.
I don't get why you're confused, Juice.
It still might be useful.
I pulled a wire and an alien ghost angel appeared.
Did any of you see? Was this here before that thing appeared?
Of course it was. Do you think an electrical field can carry a solid object?
I mean, provably yes. I've seen it. Like, that's a cool experiment scientists are doing. But whatever, Brink. Like, go off. Yeah, there was an alien ghost angel hologram. It's not weird, Juice. I don't get why you're weirded out. Cool, so we got a few items. But there's still no indication of how we might get out.
These engines are enormous, but there is no evidence of any type of combustion. No scorching, no oxidation.
The design of this ship,
is not consistent with the vast geometric structures we've encountered so far.
So this ship is not from around here?
Not in my opinion.
Perhaps they were stranded here, much like us.
It's a possibility.
Zach, I do agree with you. Alien Ghost Angel is... I was never one to draw, so I wouldn't have drawn it, but when I was 14, I would have written stories about Alien Ghost Angel, who would have been thinly veiled me, but cooler. And no, Cahill, I do not. What are the 3 classifications? Okay, so this is... What's interesting about this ship is that it's alien. It is alien. It was alien to these people, as far as we can tell. So we've been to the grave, we've been to the dirt ramp, we've been to the wreck. There is nowhere else to go except back where we started, which, you know, is disappointing.
I think we can safely say this is not a natural weather phenomenon.
How about a mirage? Anyone voting for it being a mirage?
It knew we were here. It was trying to tell us something. Or show us something.
Don't be too quick to anthropomorphize.
How do we know what life looks like here?
It might be alive. Or it might be some kind of automatic guidance system. We triggered it in that ruined ship and now it's leading us.
You mean this is the last gasp of a holographic tour guide?
Or the Port Authority. Maybe it's telling us we're under arrest. Come quietly or self-aiming lasers will toast us to cinders in 15 seconds.
Stop it. Maybe you can think that's funny, but the last thing I need is some mischievous boy trying to give me the creeps.
If I wanted to give you the creeps, I'd tell you that it was the ghost of a long-dead alien.
How do you know it isn't a ghost?
What? You think this is where aliens end up when they die? If it is, then this place better be hell, because it sure isn't my idea of heaven.
Now you're starting to give me the creeps.
God, Brink. You're so goth. I actually have seen that classification before, Cahill. I just... it was not one I really thought about. I mean, we don't know if there are any civilizations at all, other than ours. But it's an interesting thought. Yes, maybe this is alien hell. But that ghost was kind of very interested in this spot over here.
It's too small and dark to see if this hole leads anywhere.
Well, it's a hole. I've got a shovel. Actually, I didn't look at this, did I? It's engraved
a rod.
right.
Engraved. 5 geometric shapes.
Cool, that's super helpful. It's a hole. I have a shovel.
I'm gonna see if I can enlarge the hole. Maybe there's something under here.
Yeah, maybe something lives down in that hole.
The utterances of experts.
Brink, why are you such a dick? You were cool before.
The ground is soft here. Loose. I think this used to be an opening, and over the years, wind has filled it up with sand and dirt.
Here, let me see. Yes, that's right. You're probably right.
That means the ground is treacherous. It could be hollow under there.
Commander, I think it's time for an archaeologist to do the digging.
Ooh.
I'm used to dealing with drifted soil.
The shovel is yours, Brink. Just be careful. The ground's pretty unstable.
Juice, I'm not
My
responding
feet
to
kept
you.
sinking.
My whole training is to be careful. Not to charge in with guns blazing.
Finally, a good use for my extensive training.
No, it's completely...
I can't...
No!
Ah!
Brink! I couldn't get to him in time. I couldn't.
It happened too fast. Can we get down there? How long a drop is it?
Looks like the rubble has formed a ramp. Follow me. Here he is. He's not moving.
Brink. Boston. He's dead.
Yep.
I should have been the one digging.
No, he's
You'd be the
legit
dead
dead.
one.
It was my responsibility to.
Brink and I are not children or trained monkeys. We're responsible adults. It could have been any of us, and there's not a thing you could have done to prevent it.
But to lose Brink, and we've only been up here.
Look, you can't keep me safe, and I can't keep you safe. So there's no particular reason for us to stay together. Our odds of getting back to Earth are
Malu.
better if we work separately on figuring this place out.
I don't like the idea of splitting up.
Hello, thank you for the raid.
Why? Because we're safer together? Ask Brink about that.
Because
yeah.
maybe I won't know what I'm seeing without you to help me understand it.
One of our buddies just
If you find
died.
something interesting, the communicators still work. Till then, adios, ciao, sayonara, auf Wiedersehen.
Maggie, it's against every rule of military action for an officer to be separated from his command.
Boston, this isn't a military action. And you don't have a command. There's just you and me. And we both know exactly the same amount about this situation. Which is to say, nada.
What's up, Malu?
Zip. If we suddenly find ourselves facing an army, then you're in command again. Until then, adios, ciao, sayonara, auf Wiedersehen.
Nobody likes you when you smart off like that.
Yeah, all my psychological tests as a kid said that I didn't work well with others.
So this is what failure feels like.
So we went from 3 to 1 real fast. I mean, at least Maggie's still alive. So to catch everybody up, because I know, Raiders, you didn't see the start. The game starts with an Armageddon-style mission. You fly to an asteroid, you put some nukes on it, they blow up. It, like, changes the momentum, whatever. And then after that, you discover that there are, like, weird artifacts in the asteroid, and it turns out the asteroid is a spaceship, and it takes you to this alien planet. And then Brink, who is your archaeologist, digs a hole in the ground and fucking dies. Just yeah. I think Johnny's got the right idea. Brink was being a bit of a dick before he died. I don't think he deserves this.
I can't use these two things together.
That is untrue, Boston. You can definitely use those two things together.
You could be irritating sometimes, but you sure didn't deserve to die.
Stealth, why do you have to rub it in? Yeah, he doesn't have anything fun on him.
You could be irritating sometimes, but you sure didn't deserve to die.
No, there's not much to do with his body. I mean, presumably at some point, it would be a good thing to bury it. But for now, yeah, not much to do. But there are these weird alien plants. I like this. Cool little moment. Doesn't mean a lot, but I think it looks cool.
Well, it probably wouldn't hurt to.
And they all glow.
The plants seem to draw energy from my body and disperse it among all the plants. They must share a common root system.
One thing there is one of these plates. So the artifacts I talked about on the...
Looks like one of the control plates we found on Attila.
Yeah. those artifacts I talked about on the asteroid, there were 4 plates like this. Different shapes, but 4 shapes like that. And now we found one of them. We can probably do something with that. Okay. So as a kid, I was always really scared of this dark tunnel. And I still get slightly creeped out by it, because this cutscene is intentionally kind of creepy. And who is that? That is Rock. How awesome does this place look? So it is underwater. It's got these really cool crystal panels. You can hear whale-like things. It's got a cool airlock. Notice, this was a solid crystal before. Can't walk through, because it's a solid crystal. And the crystal doesn't disappear. It's still visibly there, but now you can walk through it. Such cool little features.
This looks like a command center.
Does it, Boston? And there are things out there?
There's a crystalline tube stretching across the bottom of the sea.
We don't actually need to come here yet. There's not much we can do. But I just wanted to get that tunnel out of the way, because I said it creeped me out as a kid. As a nearly 32-year-old man, still a little bit creeps me out. So there are these 4 glowing crystals and 1 not glowing crystal. There are also 3 holes.
This hole is empty.
We do not have anything to put in those holes.
From this vantage point, I can see a whole system of underwater tunnels.
The sounds in this place also tap into my very deep-seated fear of whales. Nothing we can do there at the moment. There are things we can do in other places. Whales didn't do anything. They're just terrifying. And their eyes are just... ugh. Whale eyes are just the worst thing.
It's hot here, and it's glowing down there. 10 to 1, it's the power source for this place. All I need to do now is to find the light switch, or the plug, or the fuse box, or whatever makes this thing work. An instruction manual might help. Maybe a map. And I could use a sandwich. And a hot jukebox and a cold beer. Or just a starship headed for home. Get a grip, Boston.
So, Pez, I have seen goat eyes. Goat eyes are evil, but they don't scare me. Whales in general scare me. There's something about just how huge they are. And And then whale eyes in particular just creep me out. I don't think Vegeta is here at the moment, or at least not active, but yeah, you can ask Vegeta. It does a thing. Okay. There's a blue crystal. The blue crystal turns out the lights. Let's put the blue crystal back. And there's a control panel here. And this is a thing. I actually know what this does. But just from looking at this the first time, it is completely incomprehensible, which is intentional. You're intended to just press buttons and see what they do. Okay, so this is a backspace. That's a clear all. Straightforward. These 5 buttons then are arranged in kind of a D-pad with like a central thing, and that actually matters a lot. Trying to remember roughly the way to do this. Something like that. It's a keyboard in a vague sense. Okay. And a drone comes out. And yeah, that controls the drone's movement. And I think this is such a cool little puzzle. Let's try that. What we're trying to do, by the way, if you look down, you can see that there are 3 streams of energy, but only 2 of them are properly directed, and that there's an unattached lens here. We're trying to grab that lens and then put it into place. You can do that in 1 attempt, or you can do the more reasonable thing and do it in 2. But let's just see if I can do it at all. Oh. Less down and a little bit more left, it looks like. Let's try that. This is a slightly fiddly puzzle, but I do like it. There we go. So I got the lens. This game has a lot of very unique puzzles. Just things that didn't appear in other games. Now that we've got the lens, let's try to fit it into place. Oh, gotta go much further up. And 1 fewer left by the looks of it. Let's try 5 and 5. There we go. Ooh. That's a good sound. Now we can also take the blue crystal. Pretty sure no one needs the lights on. I mean, everybody but me is dead or has run away from me. And that includes one of the people who was alive 10 minutes ago. And then we come to these doors.
The door is humming slightly.
A sealed door, and beside it, a panel. with various shapes. I can change their color, I can change their shape. But at the moment, it doesn't look like there's actually much I can do, because this is a near incomprehensible puzzle without knowing the solution, which I don't. And yet...
Another one of these engraved sticks. What are they? Wands? Batons? Bludgeons? Maybe some kind of handheld computer game. With my luck, it's a hand grenade.
Alien Switch sure looks weird. I love the look of this column.
There's a huge amount of energy flowing along this column.
And some completely safe sparks. Yeah, stand a bit
When
closer.
This rock fell from the ceiling, it must have cracked open an energy conduit under the floor.
So now, if we look at this, it has got a pattern that we can use. And unfortunately, there's no way to know exactly which door this opens, but let's try it. So, you've got to make the arrangement correct. I believe it was a blue cube. Fortunately, you can check. You don't have to memorize it. Yeah. Let's see if this works. That did not work. So it's not this door. Try it on this door. These are a little bit fiddly, but fortunately you only have to do them once. Ugh, I'm gonna have to go all the way through these because I messed with it before.
I hope this was a good idea.
There we go. And that unlocks the door.
So what is through this door? A death trap? A mad scientist with a pretty girl and a talking robot? An alien cafeteria? Why am I just standing here? After all, as Brink found out, the worst thing that can happen is you can take one wrong step and you're dead.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad thing, though.
So much for the cafeteria idea.
Boston, are you there?
They use geometric shapes as a kind of combination for the locks.
Boston, you won't believe where I am. I'm in a place filled with alien technology, the most fantastic things I've ever seen. And the machines are working.
What are they doing?
I don't know yet. I mean, they're really alien. Like nothing I've seen before.
Don't go too fast, Maggie.
I'll be careful, Boston. But it's not like we have time to use correct scientific procedures to test these things.
Where are you?
Fair point.
How can I get to you?
I wish I knew. It's a sure thing you can't get here the way I did. I slid through a low tunnel in the rock, and then it kind of got filled with debris when the roof collapsed.
You could have been killed.
Gee, I guess this isn't safe. But if we'd been together, whoever went through the crack second would definitely have been killed. Keep that in mind when you're thinking about coming to save me. I handled it just fine.
Yeah, I guess you did.
We're both doing okay, Boston. We'll find a way to connect up with each other when it matters.
Maggie? Good work.
Thanks, Boston.
So, she's in a place surrounded by alien technology. Pretty sure nothing bad is going to happen. Pez is not going to stream today because there are 7 pups. It will be loud, but also he has 7 pups, so why would he do anything else? There's a bright blue something. I'm gonna press it. Okay. And let us tram. Moments like that remind me a lot of
Now
Myst,
I know what my pet hamster felt like.
or Riven. There's a very similar feel to the underwater architecture. Sure thing, Pez. Enjoy your shower. So, these rocks here, meaningless within the game's context. But that's definitely a dude's face, right? Like, over there, he's got like his eyes and his flat little nose and his little mouth for munch. I'm not the only one who sees it, I hope. Because if I am, I'm gonna feel crazy. Let's check out this weakened door.
I need some help to pry this door open.
I can kind of see the burb face. Like, I've always seen, like, squished little dude face. We need help. Maybe we can use the tusk as... Whoops. I clicked off screen. You can't see that, but I can't see what's happening at the moment. Use this as, like, a crowbar. Nope, still not.
I need some help to pry this door open.
So what Chad is saying is that I am crazy. Which I can accept.
Nothing could open this door.
You haven't even tried, Boston. God. Give up so soon. No. Outside. There we go. I love the landscapes in this game. There's so much water.
Plenty of water here. If it's drinkable, then we won't die right away. We'll have plenty of time to starve to death.
Nice. Turtle friend. Oh no, turtle friend. Well, that was quick. We met a new friend, our new friend got eaten. Time to go swimming?
If Maggie were here, I'd tell her not to take a chance on swimming in the same water with a large eel that may or may not think of her as dinner. So maybe I'll take my own advice and stay on dry land.
Coward. Chad is getting real emo up in here. Just because we met Turtle Friend and he died, I think, like, literally 3 seconds later. There's a fossil over here. We can look at it, but we can't do much more. Hi, fossil friend. At least you won't die, because you already have. And there's a door. There's also this. We'll get to it. Whoa. More ghosty?
Another ghost. The last one pointed the way down into the Nexus. Of course, that's how Brink died.
Okay, ghost. Fine. So there's a pictorial image here of pressing the button. It also shows some stuff happening in the guts of the machine. But let's just press the button. Oh wait, I'd forgotten this. So when you press the button, that happens. You have to hold the button. And for some reason I like that. And it creates a bright light. Which you can walk on.
It seems to be made of light, but it still looks like a bridge to me.
Yeah, you can... It is a light bridge. And allows you to walk towards this.
It doesn't look safe to walk there.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It's practically not there.
This thing is so transparent, it's almost invisible.
There's nothing much we can do here yet, but I just love the light bridges.
A bunch of displays set into the walls, inscriptions here and there. I'd say it looks like some kind of museum.
Cool.
Symbols written on a plate. Looks like an alphabet.
I like the fact that, like, he's a true blue. He's a true blue American. Goes to a foreign place, finds a museum, immediately steals the first artifact he can. By the way, that's not. I say true blue American. That's not really American. That's much more the British way of doing things. The standard, fill your museum with things looted from other countries. And a glowing crystal here. Two.
Strange glowing crystals.
We're about to get to aesthetically, I think, one of the coolest parts of the game. These museum displays. So, that is the story of aliens coming to this world through the starships, being greeted and being welcomed into their society. Or something like that.
Could this be some sort of burial chamber?
I'm glad they added that mention, because that's what it is. But what it looks like is some dude planted a tree on a hill. No, Johnny. Some sort of egg-like thing? Cracked open over a skeleton. Turns the skeleton into not a skeleton. That's interesting.
Hey, another engraved rod. These have all been very useful so far. I mean, the one
Another
we
one
have.
of these engravings on a stick.
Canister. Take 3 people to carry canister. Put canister inside mountain. Blow up mountain. Now hole in mountain.
That canister sure packs a punch.
So yeah, all of those are clues except for the first one. But all of them are also a little bit difficult to understand at this point. It's Maggie!
Boston!
Maggie, I found you.
I wasn't aware that I was missing.
You know what I mean. I found a way to get where you are. Through the museum, back that way.
That's nice, Boston. If that's the museum, then I guess this is the library.
I found out how to open doors back in the Nexus. There's a tram that leads out here.
Look, Boston, I think it's great you're finding things out, but I'm trying to concentrate here. I feel like I'm so close to making sense of some of this stuff, and I just want to stay here and keep working. All right?
Okay.
Sure, of course. Anyway, I know where to find you, and you know how to get out of here if you want to.
Thanks. Yes. When I learn something, I'll call you on the box, okay?
All right. All right, yes, I won't bug you anymore right now.
Okay, like, I was expecting more of a reunion. But apparently not. There's nothing to do here, by the way. You find Maggie, and she tells you to GTFO. That is the entire purpose of this room. It hurts my soul.
I've decided that has to be a control console for a data retrieval system. When I use the controls, different inscriptions appear, sometimes different languages. If English comes up, I'll let you know.
Cool.
I don't think we'll be able to fix this screen.
I believe we can actually speak to her about a couple of things.
I'm sorry Brink is dead, but I don't think it's right for you to blame me for it.
I don't blame you.
You're not wrong,
It's not
Steph.
safe for us to be separated.
It's not safe for us to be together either. In fact, Boston, it's just plain not safe.
How are you doing with your data retrieval?
I'm retrieving, I'm just not understanding.
But you're pretty sure it's their language.
I don't know. Just like the museum you found, I think this library was meant to be used by lots of different species.
Interesting.
I think this language may have been especially designed to be easy to translate.
If it's easy, why is it taking so long?
It's easy compared to translating a genuinely alien language that you've never heard spoken aloud. Give me a break, Boston.
Yeah, don't be a dick, bro.
I think I've got a handle on a couple of the symbols, but I have to test it out and see if it makes sense.
I'm thinking that maybe we should consider teaming up again.
Why? I think the answer to getting home is here in these displays. You go out and explore like you have been, and I'll work at getting us home. When I figure it out, I'll take you with me. No charge.
Do you think it's possible to raise the dead?
Spiritually, yes. I've witnessed many ceremonies. Physically rejuvenate, I'm not sure. Why?
Oh, probably nothing.
So yeah, the one museum display showed these glowing crystals being used to turn a skeleton into a not skeleton.
I found this in the museum. Can you read it?
It's not the same set of symbols I'm finding in the database here. I don't think it's designed for strangers to be able to read it.
You won't believe what I found, Maggie. The central island and the 5 rock spires around it aren't just connected by underwater trams. There are also light bridges leading from the spires to this amazingly transparent crystal above the center island.
A bridge made from light?
I know, it doesn't make any sense, but it's true.
Their technology is so far advanced beyond ours that I don't know if anything could surprise me now.
Oh, you'll see.
There's no doubt about it, Maggie. These ghosts are trying to guide us.
Well, I wish one of them would come here and help me translate these inscriptions.
You know, fair.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, that reunion didn't go as planned, but you know. No, I'm pretty sure the only interesting thing about the crystal is that it's transparent. Pretty sure that's the only thing. But I've got a dead friend and a crystal that can maybe make my dead friend into a not dead friend. I say we give it a try. Not that stealth. That's not important. It's super transparent. Like, have you even seen it? Dead friend? Dead friend. I'm willing to do anything to try to make you not dead friend, because I'm racked with guilt.
You could be irritating sometimes, but you sure didn't deserve to die.
Okay, dead friend. Let us attempt.
Who knows if this will even work?
That's an option, Stealth.
Even if these really are the same crystals I saw resurrecting an alien in that museum display, they weren't designed for humans, but it's worth a shot.
Ugh, it's goopy.
Brink, are you okay?
I feel fine. What happened? I remember digging, and the ground gave way under me.
Brink, you've been dead for several hours.
You Americans, always exaggerating.
I assure you, Brink, no pulse, no breath, dead. But I found a couple of life crystals in a museum, and from a display there, I got an idea of how to use them.
Where's the crystal? I have to see it.
I wasn't sure it would work on a human being.
Our cellular structures must be very similar. Boston, it didn't just bring me to life. It brought me to life. I feel more powerful, more energetic, more alive than I've ever felt before.
Maggie, do you read me?
Yes, I do. I hope this is important.
Kind of.
I think so. Brink isn't dead anymore, Maggie.
You have a very sick sense of humor. Goodbye.
No, wait, I'm serious.
Deadly serious.
Brink! I can't believe it.
It was a crystal I found in the museum. The display there showed it bringing someone back to life. So I tried it.
A crystal that heals the dead. If we ever get back home, this will change the world. It'll change everything.
It's not just being alive again, Maggie. I feel perfect. I feel like I never knew what good health was until today.
Now it's all the more important we find a way home.
It's always kind of important to me.
Keep exploring, Boston. I'll get back to work on the language.
You got it, Maggie.
Cool. So now Brink is our buddy again. Ah, Brink. I'm so happy you're alive. Genuinely. I think Brink's a cool character. Brink, are you coming? No, he's not. He's doing his own
Brink.
thing.
Maggie's found the library, or that's what we think it is.
Can she read the language already?
She's working on it. She has mastered the library controls.
Well, even if we can't find a way to get home, at least she may learn enough to help us stay alive here.
What do you think the chances are that scientists back on Earth will be able to figure out these life crystals and make more?
They have to, that's all. You have no idea how good it feels to have such strength surging through my body. And not just my body. My mind has never been so alert. We have to find more of these crystals if we can. More and more of them.
Cool, that's not suspicious.
You still feel okay, Brink?
It's almost worth falling through holes on alien planets if you feel this good afterward.
This place is as empty as an ancient ruin, but at the same time, almost everything is still in working order.
I know what you mean. This must have been how the Bear's house felt to Goldilocks. They just stepped away for a moment. They'll be back anytime.
Thanks.
That was not reassuring, Brink. Okay. There was a door that I would only be able to open if I had some help. And now I have help. Yeah, sure, Brink, take your time. I always wondered what the inside of those trams look like. Okay. And now, with Brink's help, I should be able to open this door and make some further progress.
Brink, would you give me a hand with this?
You're using an alien tusk as a pry bar?
You got a better idea?
Sure.
Tom, I haven't even said hello yet, and you're already contributing to the challenge. Thank you.
3. That was the longest visit from a ghost yet.
The whole display centered on this basin.
Yeah, that's a new thing, Tom.
Full of crystals. Are these the life crystals? Like the one you used to bring me back to life?
They look like it.
Then it couldn't be more clear. These life crystals are the reason they brought us to this world.
I'm doing well, Tom. How are you?
They have found the secret of life, and they want to share.
Weren't you watching, Brink? I don't care what language you speak, that ghost shaped itself like a skull. It was warning us. These crystals are dangerous.
It was the symbol of death, Lo. These crystals are the antidote for death. That's what it meant.
What if there are side effects?
Pretty sure that's what it meant.
Did you think of that?
The side effect is that I feel better than I ever felt before. If you had used a life crystal on yourself, your mind would also be as clear as mine, and you'd see that there is nothing more important than getting these crystals and using them.
Brink, I think you're wrong. I think we need to be careful.
These aliens are kind and good, Commander. They have
And
given us
dead.
a gift.
Yeah? Well, if this is all so perfect, where are these aliens?
Maybe they've moved on to a higher plane of existence.
Or maybe they're all dead.
See how badly your brain is working. How could they be dead? They invented these life crystals. Commander, I feel sorry for you. Still tied down by an ordinary mind and ordinary fears. But I feel too good to want to argue with you. Believe what you want. I'm taking as many of these crystals as I can carry.
Glowing green crystals on an alien world? Pretty sure nothing weird happens with them. No negative effects at all.
Well, I'm gonna take some for study back on Earth. I'm just not gonna use them.
Yeah, radium condoms.
But you will, Commander.
They were glow in the dark. So I've got a couple of crystals, and there is also this canister here. We saw a similar looking canister in the museum.
A canister? Didn't I see a picture of something like this in one of the museum displays?
Yeah, there were a lot of interesting things done with radium. Radium water was something that would apparently increase your energy, make you more virile, more strong, more everything. Now that we've got a bomb, maybe we can deal with this dude. Turtle friend! Fucking again?
Gross. Hey, Brink. Do you think...
Chair, thank you.
Brink? Where are you?
Oh, whoa, Chair.
Brink, answer me.
Hey, Phoenix, how you doing?
Brink, can you hear me? Where are you?
So, yeah. At literally the first opportunity, Maggie runs away. And then, at literally the first opportunity, Brink runs away.
Brink's run off. He wasn't acting very rational when we found a big supply of life crystals. I'm afraid maybe those things are addictive, or they altered his personality or something. A ghost tried to warn us, but Brink was feeling too cocky to listen to good advice.
Just when this place starts looking benign, it finds new ways to be dangerous.
Anyway, I'm going on without him. I can't think of anything else to do.
I'll try to contact him now and then, see if he's willing to talk.
Thanks, Maggie. I'm beginning to take this personally. Nobody wants to stay with me. Maybe it's my deodorant. I think it failed somewhere back there on Attila.
You know what, Stealth? That was just the most perfect timing, but I didn't want to say anything because even he says, do I just have serious BO? Is that the problem here? Phoenix, a lot of people didn't hear about the dig, in spite of how much I love it, and frankly how beautiful it is. It didn't do that well critically, as far as I understand. So, yeah, if you haven't heard of it, it's not a huge surprise. It's also one of the last big LucasArts point and clicks. Wait, your VOD of the last stream has been muted due to a copyright issue of a song that wasn't used. Weird. Yes, time to reconstruct a turtle. I remember this being kind of fiddly. A lot of the bits go roughly where you expect them to. Not that, apparently. Yeah, this whole music thing is bumming me out. Like, I understand it's not Twitch's fault. I don't think that actually goes there. I think that goes there. Interesting. Phoenix, you might actually be able to... there's a word for it. Like, basically say, nah. No, it's definitely this way around. Okay, so I think this does go here. The fossil we saw earlier, this is the reason it exists. To help you figure this out. That looks pretty good. There we go. Okay, you have appealed at least. Pez shaved and didn't die? This is an exciting day. Although I need to ask, do you normally die when you shave? That looks vaguely like an alien turtle, right? Okay, yeah. You know you've done it right when it changes from loose bones to dead creature. There was one incident. Oh, did you, like, cut yourself quite badly? Because I haven't done that, but my brother has. Oh no, Pez. That must have been terrible. Cahill, it's easy. He met an archaeologist one time. The archaeologist died and then was a dick to him, so he knows how to put stuff back together. So we're gonna make it unalivened. But first...
You just need a little something to make you complete, my friend.
Weird.
How about a little alien explosive device?
We're gonna put a grenade inside Turtle Friend. Monkey Island 2 is fantastic. I hope you enjoy it, Phoenix.
Boom.
Okay, so I wish the bones came back so you could just bring him back to life and just like... Monkey Island games are great. Out of curiosity, which is your favorite, Phoenix?
Now that the water's safe for swimming, I think it's time to see what's in that underwater cave.
What underwater cave? That line has always bothered me. Curse is Monkey 3, right? Yeah. Curse of Monkey Island is my favorite as well. And here we go. Another plate. These sent us to an alien world. I'm pretty sure they're not going to screw us over. Surely in this entire ocean, there is 0 other carnivorous animals. So this little detail over here. This isn't anything, but I just love the design of this. That little kind of divot over there. Frankly, I like this. I like this whole game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Stealth. I had no choice. But I understand that you're mad at me, and I understand why you're mad at me. Never played Quest for Infamy. Is it related to Quest for Glory? Because, I mean, I would guess so. Interesting. It does, Tom. As I said, I always wonder what the inside of this looks like. Because, like, if it's just like a self-correcting platform and it's always flat, sure. But it doesn't look like that. I'll check those out, Phoenix. Look, these are people who can make bridges out of light. I'm pretty sure they could figure out how to make that not nauseating. Okay. Now, there's something I know I have to do here. I'm not going to go through the whole process of figuring out that I need to do it. Because it's always a little bit of a fiddly process. So I'm just going to jump a step ahead to do it. There's no way to know this at the moment. Later on, you figure out this panel actually doesn't receive power. Presumably because of this whole mess here, the panel's permanently damaged.
Let's see if we can pry the cover off. That's it.
But you can restore power to it using the wire we got at the start. Pretty sure this is safe.
Let's see if we can get something flowing from this broken conduit on the floor.
Pretty sure we're not going to kill ourselves.
Myself in the process. I should have been an electrician.
And somehow that works. Okay, we have 2 new engravings. Let us try them. He dropped 1 wire and didn't die, therefore he is a qualified electrician. I'm just going to do these 2 at a time. I could try to remember them all, but it's a rod because alien technology. Ugh, gotta go through almost all of these. I don't think this is the right door for this one, even. Nope. It's fine. There are several other doors we can try. Green triangle, blue blobby. And then I believe it's red triangle, blue blobby. Yes. Hey! That one worked. I am going to pause here for a minute. And I mean, legit, like a minute. Because I have to turn my AC on, or else I am going to catch fire. I'm not even going to put music on, because I'll be back very shortly. Cool. Possibly now I shall survive.
Uh-oh. The other trams came as soon as I called them. Maybe there are some controls somewhere.
Oh no. One of the trams doesn't work. I knew this was coming eventually. I just didn't know it was coming now. I also took a moment to check on my pulled pork, which is currently in the slow cooker. It'll be like another hour at least. Probably more than that. But it smells so good. Okay. There we go. It doesn't count as cannibalism because it's no one I knew. Technically, it's only cannibalism if you knew them before you eat them. Also, Stealth, you wanted me to become bacon, so can't really complain. Not this door. There you are, Stealth. No, you're a good pig. Everyone who watches my channel is a good pig. Yeah, you're a boy pig. Okay, let's try this door. In fact, yes, Tom and Phoenix are prize pigs, both white ribbon pigs. Very exciting times. Come on, there we go. Well, we are able to open 2 doors and one of them doesn't currently lead anywhere. So I sure hope something good happens here. I don't know if anybody can hear it. Probably not. But there are street performers in the park downstairs from my apartment. And boy are they loud, and boy are they not good. Ooh, I always like the look of this place. Lovely contrasting colors with the yellow and the blue. Yeah, I've got my mic set so it doesn't pick up too much external noise. But just because you can't hear them, doesn't mean I can't. Stealth, you make a good point. You are Chimkin. Love this ocean area. Okay. So, the way to get across is to time this. And just ride the wave.
First time I ever did the wave all by myself.
That was incredibly stupid.
There, that bridge is much safer. I agree with you, Phoenix. It was terrible. Okay. And here's another strange device similar to the last one that we saw. Creating a light bridge.
That should have turned on another light bridge, and it didn't.
Oh no.
Bummer. I guess when you abandon machinery long enough, it's going to get out of adjustment.
Let's try adjusting the lens.
Just needs a little adjustment.
Hey! One of the nice things about this is now we can get between this area and the museum without having to use trams. Because we can just... Whoops. We can just walk along the light bridge to the center and through to the museum spire. It's a nice little bit of convenience. It's Rat Monkey Friend. Rat Monkey Friend, don't!
The way things have been going, I can pretty much bet that whatever that little beast just stole, I'm gonna want it really badly in a minute or two.
Monkey Friend, I didn't want to kill you, but this is apparently what's happening.
The last time I was small enough to get into a cave that size, I was 4 years old.
Well, Tom, what other choices do we have? Sure thing, Cahill. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Also, I appreciate the $5 that definitely wasn't from you. Actually, didn't mean to click on that. But there's nothing to do with it yet.
A place for everything, and everything in its place.
One does not simply befriend a space rat.
A long pole with a hook on the end. Scavengers have picked these ribs clean, but the animal can't have been dead very long because the rib cage is still holding together. There's a piece missing from this door control panel. I guess now I know what this little beast was stealing when I first got here.
Cool. So no, if it makes anybody feel better, I do not intend to kill Monkey Friend. However, I am gonna dig him out of his cave.
Sorry, friend, but your little house is about to get a big front door. That looks big enough to squeeze through. It's the critter's empty nest.
Critter hole is what I call my... And I'm gonna stop talking.
It's the critter's empty nest.
Adam? There's actually nothing I can do here at the moment. That is apparently for later. I'm glad you enjoyed that. What I can do is take this dowel, pop it through the hole.
It won't accomplish anything.
Apparently I cannot do that. I'll just pick up this rib cage. Because that's a thing people
Scavengers have picked these ribs clean, but the animal can't have been dead very long because the rib cage is still holding together.
Anything else to pick up here? No, not really. Okay. Do I genuinely... No, I don't have what I need. I was wrong. Okay, can't do much there yet. If I get stuck in this game that I've played like 400 times, I'm gonna be mad at myself. That blue rod rather stands out, doesn't it? No. Fortunately, in the dig, you cannot die, and there are no dead ends. It is not like Maniac Mansion, the game that broke me last week. I'll admit, it broke me. I'm not proud of it, but... Oh, Maniac Mansion, how I hate you. But no, there are no dead ends, and there are no deaths in the dig. I mean, apart from the dude who died.
Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna stick my hand in some crack in the rock on an alien planet.
You know what? Smart, Boston. Let's look through.
There's a glow coming from inside the crevice, but I can't see what it's coming from.
At some point I'm gonna have to play Zack McCracken. And I'm just gonna have... I'm just gonna have, like, game open on one monitor, walkthrough open on the other. Because I'm not looking forward to another dead end. Or just look up ahead of time what the dead ends are, at least. Okay. So we got a blue glowing rod. But apparently looking too closely at something else that glows, yeah, that's too far for us. I forgot, you can double click to instantly get where you're going. See, Phoenix, the Hitchhiker's Guide game was like that as well. At the very beginning of the game, you're in Arthur's house, and there's a bunch of junk mail. And if you don't pick up the junk mail, then right at the very end of the game, you need it, and there's no way to get it. LucasArts games from about Monkey Island forward were very much focused on you can't die and you can always win. And you can see in Maniac Mansion that they hadn't figured that out yet. Tom, it's not good design, but it was common design. Okay, so this glowing rod we got. If you remember, ages ago, we went through a dark tunnel, there were creepy whale noises, and there were some glowing crystals. And this is where we need them. Ah yes, moon logic. You're correct. This area still kind of creeps me out. Creepy whale noises. Me with my fear of whales, and whales' eyes in particular. So this is a control center. You can see the various trams from here. And basically, these crystals determine if there is power going to a particular tram. The one tram was down. That's what this crystal is. God, Murray's laugh is amazing. I do not have any soundboard features. I might have to look into that, because those make for some very good commands. Whales are terrifying. Thank you for being the one person who agrees with me. So, there are 3 holes. We only have 1 blue rod. How will we survive this? How will we get through this impenetrable problem? Game just makes another 3 rods for you. Another 2 rods for you. Which I appreciate. And now, we get to do some fiddly stuff. There should be a visible change in the crystal that I'm not seeing. Interesting. Why am I not seeing any change? There should be a point where it lights up. It is a very erect rod.
Wait, I have to click the rod. The crystal. Oh, it's supposed to be a puzzle that you, like, see what level makes each one brightest. But I apparently got it almost perfectly right before clicking the crystal to start the puzzle. So, sorry about slightly taking away people's ability to see a slightly weird puzzle. Stealth, don't remind me. And there we go. I appreciate that as a way to tell you what the puzzle did. Because if you don't know what just happened, there's no clear connection between this and the trams. So without that, you might solve this puzzle and then never go check on the tram that doesn't work. But by doing that, they make it very clear, hey, the thing you just did affected trams. Very nice design there. Now, does anybody remember where that door was? Was it this one? No, that's a museum tram. Oh, I'm so glad they label them. This is the open door. We don't know where this tram leads. Wait, other side. I mean, I hope other side. I just went to some effort to make this happen. The wire got incinerated by the amount of energy that went through it. Okay, so this right here, this isn't bad game design. This would be terrible real-world design. The button is over here, but the tram stops on the other side of the platform. That would be terrible. I would be real angry at the people who built this. No problem, Juice. I assume you mean you fell asleep, and not you feel sleepy. What a beautiful scene. Again, lovely use of contrasting colors here. Got the yellow and the purple. Yes, Juice, how was your nap? I hope it was a good one. Oh, so stream was still open. You were just napping to the sounds of us attempting to resurrect the dead and the zero problems that occurred with that. In one of the museum things, we saw a tree planted on a hill to mark some kind of burial spot. Well, we got tree, we got hill, and we got other stuff.
I can't move this thing with my bare hands. It's half buried in dirt and rubble.
Mayhaps, perhaps, shovel? I think the shovel may be the most commonly used item in this game.
Let's see if this plate can be moved.
Nice. There's a hole.
Could this be some sort of burial chamber?
So he said the same thing when we saw, like, the thing at the museum. But I don't see anything about this that would make someone think that. There's a metal plate on the floor, and literally that's it. Well, a hole in the wall.
It's a roughly carved hole in the wall. What purpose could this have had?
I actually know. There was a glowing blue crystal we picked up earlier. It controlled the lights in an area we will never return to. It does this here, which looks so cool. But literally there's nothing else to do. Even the kind of one point of interest, those like toenails, doesn't do anything. However, there's a path here. There's a little engraving. This might be useful. So it shows two toenails. It does look like one of those symbols. Good eye, Retro. It shows some weird stuff. When the time comes, I will explain what that means for anybody who is confused. Who would possibly be confused? Possibly everybody. But heck, there's another strange device. Time for some light bridges.
Uh-oh. Looks like the warranty must have run out on this light bridge.
Oh poo.
Just needs a little adjustment.
More lens adjustment. Don't worry, Tom. I was being intentionally facetious. That is confusing, and I know it is. Oh no, last time it only needed one step of adjustment. Perhaps
Okay, so
this
maybe
time it
needs
needs
a little
two.
more adjustment.
We're making progress. It's not common, but it's a good word. There's some weird bats in here.
The bat things are up on the ceiling. What do I have that can reach clear up there?
Nothing. Cool.
Here you are, Brink.
My only friend.
You haven't been answering.
I was busy. Trying to concentrate on my work. I don't have time for interruptions.
In other words, you want me to go away.
Those are the right words. Go away.
Wow, rude. Remember when you were dead and I saved you? Juice, did you fall asleep before that? Yeah, we got these glowy crystals. They make dead things not dead. But now Brink is obsessed with them and possibly addicted. Sure thing, Phoenix. Have a good stream. Let's give a quick shout out because Retro Phoenix definitely deserves it. If you enjoy Point and Click Adventures, please give Retro Phoenix a follow. They're at, I think, 31, 32, 30-ish followers. And they're working on affiliate. Their stuff is a lot of fun. Okay, Brink, what up? Because you're acting crazy.
Brink. What's the project you're working on here?
You're not a scientist. There's no way you could understand it.
Oh, I get it. I can figure out alien technologies, turn the power on, work the tram system, adjust the light bridge lenses, repair broken door control panels, and even resurrect one dead scientist. But no, I'd never understand your work.
He does make a point.
I know you mean well, Commander Lowe, but I'm not working at the level of ordinary human beings right now.
Brink, I'm worried about your health.
Don't be. I've never felt better.
Your behavior isn't rational.
What do you know about my behavior? What do you know about my rationality? No one has ever been healthier or more rational than I am right now.
Yep, that's exactly what rational people say.
Maggie's work on data retrieval is going well.
Then go talk to Maggie about it.
I'm worried that these life crystals may have side effects.
The only side effect is the envy of people who haven't used them.
Have you used more of them?
Their effect on health and intelligence increases with each use.
Oop.
What about their effect on sanity?
These life crystals are the most important technology ever created. They are the answer to everything.
Boy. So basically he's juicing.
With all your newfound brilliance, Brink, can you make any sense out of this?
I don't have time to analyze every meaningless bit of debris you pick up and carry around with you, Commander Lowe.
These light bridges link the spires. It's a lot faster than using the trams.
I'm so happy for you.
Brink, you're kind of a dick.
I found a bunch of these metal plates. When we've got them all, maybe we can go home. You remember home, don't you, Brink? Earth, family, friends, food.
You're doing very well, Commander Lowe. By all means, go find the rest of the metal plates. Go quickly. Go now.
Brink, what the hell?
I don't know what you're doing right now, Brink, but those ghosts had things they wanted us to do, and we need to get home. And you're not doing either one.
What I'm doing is more important. But I'll never accomplish anything while I have incessant interruptions.
Maggie's worried about you. Okay, I am too.
I'm fine, Commander. I've never felt better.
But we're just...
I am fine!
Brink, what the hell?
This looks like some pretty badly deteriorated machinery.
Cool. We can't do much to help Brink right now. And he can't do much to help us. I actually don't 100% remember the next step. Wait. I sort of do. Now that the light's on, I should be seeing something that I'm not. Might happen later. Where do I need to go next? I think, weirdly, I need to go back to the surface. Okay. One interesting thing to notice is that this door does not have a control panel next to it. Even if we get all of these rods, if they can be called rods, we can't open that door. Ooh, pretty. The crystal looks different to how I remember it. It's more pulsatey. So there was this little device that I picked up earlier and never really used.
It's pointing behind me.
Yeah, it's something. In fact, it is useful here.
It seems to be pointing at this mound. With that device pointing at this mound, I suspect there might be something buried here.
Probably a good guess. And we found a bracelet.
It looks like a bracelet.
Which we'll actually need.
It looks like a bracelet.
Cool, I thought you might have more insight than that. I am missing one item I need for the next thing I know I have to do. Actually, just... I want to quickly head out. This is a word. D-A-I-S. Which I've never been entirely certain on how to pronounce. It basically means like any kind of raised platform. But it's either dais or dais. And I've seen both. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. There's a weird word. Okay. This one is just open door. It doesn't say what the spire is called. I think this is the one I'm looking for. It would be absurd if they showed the entire digging process. Kind of funny, but absurd. So at least we know where Brink is. He's crazy. I don't think he's evil. He's just obsessed. But obsessed looks quite a bit like evil at this point. And we've got a monkey rat who stole something useful from us. At this point, I'm just missing one item I need to keep making progress. And there it is. This dowel. Which was here all along and I just didn't notice. And I didn't notice because it's the same color as everything else.
A thin metal plate with a button on it.
Right, Tom? It's still not as bad as the Beneath the Steel Sky pixel hunt, but that was really difficult to notice.
It's missing a part.
Okay. So now we can use this dowel in this hole. Always wonder what this machinery was.
That's a nice fit.
And I get the weird feeling, for no reason, that this was somehow textile related. Like, I don't know. I just get the feeling that reminds me of a Loom, maybe. That's a game I must play. Loom. Pick up heavy pole and slot it onto the dowel. And basically, we're making a trap for Monkey Friend. We are not going to kill Monkey Friend, as much as I'm sometimes tempted to.
If only I had some bait for this trap, but I'll just have to play sheepdog. There's something moving in here.
And yes, now you have to basically very carefully move around to chase Monkey Friend into the trap. That's an interesting question, Tom.
Now I've got you. If I let you out, you'll head for the place where you hide nice shiny machinery parts. The only trouble is, how am I gonna follow you? A thin metal rod.
So fortunately, we've got this bracelet, and this compass-like device that points towards it. What is the St. Louis bean? St. Louis? I never know how to pronounce the city. Anyway, let's let him out of the trap.
Go, little creature. Roam free, wherever your thieving little heart desires.
Does it really count as theft? I mean, whatever. A big piece of metal shaped like a bean. I mean, I don't know what else I was expecting.
It's got to be right under here. This is where the tracker's pointing.
Sorry, monkey friend.
What if I hadn't brought this shovel along? No, that's not worth thinking about. The critter sure didn't like that. He took off down one of his tunnels.
That sure is a bean. It's quite shiny. Thank you for sharing that, Tom. Okay. Now I have... No, there's the part.
Now maybe I can get the door open.
Okay. Progress made. Does a giant bean need a backstory?
Now, with any luck, this will work.
So we come now to,
Now
I
let's
think,
get this thing closed up and see if it works.
one of the coolest parts of the game.
Open sesame.
So, green engraved rod. We need those for the doors. Always a good thing to have.
Another one of these engraved sticks.
Is this where I get... Sure, Tom. Yell all you like. I also now have 3 of these metal plates. There's a button here. That doesn't do anything. And there are twin scepters.
The scepter seems to have an electrical charge.
So here is one of the coolest things that this game does. So you see this faint light? Somehow, these people figured out the technology that would allow them to control their own moons. Legit magic. Oh, dang it, that's not where I want to. But yeah. Parts of this game are very reminiscent of Riven. I believe that the moon, like, does orbit normally. So the gold rod controls the big moon, the silver rod controls the smaller moon. And I can never quite remember the right way to do this. I think it's actually the other side of the planet. I think that's why I got the mini cutscene. Don't worry, I'll figure this out eventually. I'm assuming this isn't to scale. But yes, there's... This implies a level of power that I don't think the writers quite thought about. I feel like I should be getting more, like, explanatory cutscenes. I always feel like it's this side, and I always feel like I get it wrong. I don't want to look up a walkthrough for this. You will find out things, Tom. Don't you worry. Okay, I don't want to spend 7,000 hours on this. I'm just going to look up the moon puzzle. All I want to see is where the moons should be. Apparently, I'm close to right, but not... Like, I know moon's on the right, but apparently I've got it in slightly the wrong location. It's like there. No, not there. Like, I just looked at a picture of it, and there we go. Slightly the wrong location. And yeah, now we've got weird eclipsed moons. Monkey friend! Oh no, monkey friend.
No! Why is that door closing? He didn't steal that part again, did he? I'm trapped in here?
Yeah. Monkey friend fucked me over.
It depicts a planet and its moons. Perhaps it's this planet.
And there are a few little cracks, but I can't get through those.
There he is. That same little thief holding on to the part he just stole. I'm warning you. You better not be laughing at me because I'll have roast critter to eat before I starve to death in here.
Fortunately.
Ha! The controls still work on this side.
Fortunately. By the way, Coffee, I appreciate you helping me solve the puzzle. I've solved it several times. I mean, every time I played the game, which is many. But it's just the exact positioning that I sometimes get wrong. Okay. And now, on to cool stuff. This is where we just were, the planetarium, the museum, and the tomb. By the way, this is basically, excuse me, exactly what we were just doing. We were aligning these moons, and this over here is a representation of the chamber itself, with moonlight shining in to strike that metal platform. I didn't realize until I saw right now, this is the solution. Here's the planet, small moon, big moon. It's really cool that they have that there, and I've never noticed it. I'm going to be finishing up soon, but I want to get us into a position where I can start on a high point
I
next
thought
week.
those moons were in a synchronous orbit. What could have caused the moons to move?
What indeed, Boston? Dang it, I know there's something I have to do at this point. I can't quite remember where it is.
It's an entrance.
Yeah, but that's not the part I'm looking for.
The larger moon is being eclipsed by the smaller one.
Not around the side, is it? No. Wait, who's having a smooth brain moment? Boston for not realizing that when he was manipulating the moons, he was manipulating the moons, or me for being a dum-dum? Because I accept both answers.
Now we've got some decent lighting.
Yeah, you do. Oh.
Whoa. The stone is loose.
When you stand on this, it opens this shutter.
This stone is some sort of trigger.
But unfortunately, there's no way to hold it
What
down.
a convenient way to open the skylight.
And we use this rod we found earlier to wedge it into place.
That should hold it.
Stitch, hello, my friend. You're here for like the last 5 minutes of my stream. But I'm very happy you're here. And now we can see there's like this weird glow in this dirt here.
There's something smooth under the dirt. A lens. Light must pass through it down into...
And? That happens. A monument, it seems, to whoever was buried here. It is something with 2 legs and 2 arms and vaguely wing-like things. It's definitely something. I'ma touch it.
I worry this statue is life-sized. I hope I don't get kicked out for destroying the exhibit.
Oop.
This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been important.
And yet, that's all we can do for the moment. Kind of disappointing that we made a statue appear and then destroyed the statue. But earlier we did at least get a new rod with those with the symbols. So there's a new door we should be able to open. And I'm going to open that door and then end stream. That puts us in a good position for next stream to explore more of the island. And boy oh boy is there more of the island to explore. Because we've now explored 3 spires. Not in their entirety, but we've seen at least some of what happens. Hey, Katie, or Catty Bug. It is a fantastic game. I'm very sad that you're joining me just as I'm about to end stream. But I'll be playing it again next week, so hopefully you'll be able to see more of it then. Kattybug, thank you so much for the follow. Truly, you are some pig. I just do these two at a time, because it's easier to remember. But yes, I do agree that The Dig is a magnificent game. And this should, fingers crossed, open this door. There we go. And what lies behind the door? That is something we will discover next week. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been a lot of fun. I love The Dig. It's up there with my favorite adventure games. It's up there with my favorite games. It's very cinematic. I love the atmosphere. I love the art. But yeah, I will be getting back to this next week Sunday, 2:30 Eastern Time, which has kind of become my new time. If you're interested in other stuff, 5:30 Eastern Time on Wednesdays, I'm playing Terra Enigma at the moment. That's kind of my variety stream. And then 5:30 Saturdays Eastern Time, I play Stardew Valley. But as I said, this next week, 2:30 Eastern Time, I've moved it a little bit earlier because I've got Dungeons and Dragons on Sunday, and it just gives me a little bit more time. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. It has been a lot of fun. Let's take a look at who looks good to raid. Retro Phoenix is a good choice if we want to keep with the current theme. Yeah, let's raid Retro Phoenix. He is a pretty good dude. He's fairly new to Twitch, but I've been enjoying the stuff I see. And he is playing Monkey Island 2, which I've previously played, but it is a wonderful game. There's no reason not to see more people play it. Thank you all so much for joining me. It has been fantastic. I hope all of you have a wonderful day going forward. And I hope to see you on my next stream. Have a great one. Cheers.
I got a laundry type question.
Shoot.
What?
Would you be able to get out ketchup?
Get out? Ketchup? What do you want me to do?
Nothing.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Fluffy Blue Alien. Hey, thank you for the raid, Mr. Pig. Yes, 2 raids within the first 30 minutes. Awesome. Thank you.
Oops. I thought I wanted to talk to you.